How does this help you learn the major themes?
I think what it does is give you a map. I'm a map guy. I don't go any trip without a map. I love the GPS and all that goes with it, because I like to see not the details of every little town or even every time there's a park that's coming up. I like to see the big picture of the journey, the choice of highways, and what you can expect during this period. It'll take 2.5 hours to drive that.
Right.
I like that kind of stuff. So I think when you go to an overview of the scriptures, you've been given a map.
Right. Okay.
You know, and what's important, Eric, is that the Bible is not laid out chronologically. By that I mean the first 5 books of the Bible certainly are ancient and among the oldest in all of literature, but so is Job. Here we are in the middle of the Bible reading Job, and if a person wouldn't know this, he wouldn't realize that Job was a patriarch that fits into the timeline of an Abraham or an Isaac.
So you'd read through Genesis, and if you were to read chronologically, you'd have to interrupt your read in
I'd
Genesis,
have to mention
flip
Job.
over to Job,
Right.
and then come back.
When I taught Job, I said, you folks may not realize this. This is a book of great poetry and great wisdom. However, what you don't know is how long ago Job wrote. For example, one of the verses in Job 38 is, at the creation, the morning stars sang together. Moses never mentions that in Genesis. Job mentions it. Now, with the overview, you kind of piece together, and every little bit helps.
Yeah.
You'll never get it all nailed down.
Right.
Only real Bible scholars that have spent their life, and usually they can't communicate very well. You know, they're really great. They're these brilliant minds, but they sit there, blink a lot, and they think, you know, I'll kind of give this. And to them, something simple is so convoluted you can't get it. An overview keeps it broad. Another reason for survey. When you do a survey of the scriptures, you don't get into the nuts and bolts. You're looking at the forest. You're not analyzing the trees and the leaves and the ground and the flowers and each petal. You do that when you do detailed exposition. But when you do a survey, you're taking them through like a map.
Right. And there's value in both.
Absolutely. You need both. I really believe survey helps you prepare for the nuts and bolts.